A long time ago in England, King Uther and his queen had a son they named Prince Arthur. The queen sadly died when Prince Arthur was a small baby. So King Uther asked Merlin the wizard to raise his beloved Prince Arthur. Merlin took Prince Arthur to a nobleman's castle. Merlin had known the nobleman for many years, and he knew he had a son named Kay. Merlin did not reveal who Prince Arthur was to the nobleman in order to protect Prince Arthur's safety. As Prince Arthur grew, Merlin tutored the prince in all of the sciences and classes he needed. Because Merlin was a wizard, he could also share future sciences and magical formulas with Prince Arthur. As the years passed, King Arthur's father, King Uther, grew old and died. No one knew who Prince Arthur was, as Merlin had protected his identity since birth. The nobleman asked Merlin, who should be the new king? Merlin made a sword appear in a stone, and he spoke of the legend that said, the sword is called Excalibur, and legend says, whoever can remove the sword from the stone shall be the King of England. All the noblemen tried to remove the sword with all of their strength, but no one could even make it budge a little. Prince Arthur and Kay, who were strong young men now, were on their way to the city to compete in a tournament. When they were getting close to the tournament time, Arthur realized they had forgotten Kay's sword, which he needed to compete in the tournament. Prince Arthur ran back to get the sword. He could not find the sword, so he ran back to tell Kay about this. As he was running back, he ran by the sword in the stone.
Wow.
Prince Arthur pulled on Excalibur the sword, and it came out of the stone. Prince Arthur ran and gave Excalibur to Kay. "But this is not my sword," said Kay. Arthur explained how he could not find Kay's sword and how he had found this sword sticking out of a rock. So he took it so Kay could compete in the tournament. Kay thought it would be best to tell his father, and he showed him the engraved word Excalibur on the sword. The nobleman and Merlin told Arthur to return the sword to the stone where he had found it. All the noblemen tried again to remove the sword, but not one of them could remove the sword. A great beam of light appeared on Prince Arthur as he removed the sword with ease from the stone.
Wow!
Everyone cheered as they realized their new king had been chosen. All the people bowed to their new king. Merlin now returned to his home, as King Arthur was now a king in his own castle. A short time later, Merlin had to return to help King Arthur. Some noblemen had created an uprising against King Arthur. Merlin told them all who King Arthur was, and as the son of King Uther, he was the rightful king. But the noblemen kept up the fighting until they were defeated by the courageous King Arthur and Merlin the wizard. In order to maintain future peace, King Arthur created the Round Table, and he invited all the noblemen from all the kingdoms to sit at the table. There would always be a place now where each nobleman's concerns could be peacefully discussed without fighting. King Arthur married the beautiful Princess Geneva, who became his queen. After several years, Merlin told King Arthur he could continue to rule without his advice. "You are a generous and thoughtful king. Continue as you are, and you will be fondly remembered by all." King Arthur thanked Merlin for all he had done for him. King Arthur continued to rule as a great king. The end.